the shiniest tuba out there.
Yeah, let me know later. Enjoy tonight.
Stand up and start talking.
Huh? What?
You can stand up and start talking.
That was cool. How you doing, Christine? Don't trip. you doing, Travis?
Good.
Good? You don't look like you're good.
Old man. Heel.
Wow.
But
So you can't work, right?
like I can bartend. I just can't like lift ice and stuff. Except pouring bottles should be all right.
Have you tried doing that?
Yeah, I lifted a couple bottles.
Turned out to be a great evening. We were scared there for a little while because it always rains on Wednesday night, and it did a little bit, but it sure cleared off nice, and it's going to be nice for the kids because it's a little cooler and not much wind, so we're looking forward to that. We look forward to this every year because, as you know, those of you that have been in this band and those of you that have kids in this band, these kids have just put in 2 weeks of very, very hard work. And this is their chance to show you what they've been able to accomplish. Of course, the work started a long time ago when they started in middle school or when they first got in the band. But this is a culmination of 2 hard weeks working on this music and this show. The show this year is the soundtrack from Far and Away. If you know that movie, some of you may have seen it. And the score was written by John Williams. And the music was arranged for us by Dr. Curtis Treadway, who many of you, if you've been here before, he was the assistant director here at one time, and now he's the band director at the University of Texas in El Paso. And we got him to write the arrangements for us, and we're very excited about that. We thought we'd start off because the music is the motivation for everything, so we're going to play through 2 of the pieces. There actually are 3 parts to the show, the opener, then there's a ballad in the middle, and then the closer, which we're not going to do tonight. And then we'll go and show you the visual program after we play through the music for you. So right now I'm going to turn it over to our drum majors and let them run through the music for you. This is the soundtrack from Far and Away.
Where's he at? Where's Michael at?
Third one from the back.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I didn't introduce them individually, but I want to introduce our drum majors. Kyle Gallagher over here, Kerry Gendel, and Terry Adams. The soloist that you heard was the trombone soloist was James Hubbard, and in the very first song there was a trumpet solo that was played by Faith Cranick. So you might have heard those two. Our guard will be joining us now as they get their equipment set. And if you heard how fast that first piece actually goes, imagine trying to march and do some of the stuff you're going to see them trying to do. It's very, very demanding, and I think you'll realize that when you see it and hear it at the same time. Obviously, it's much easier to stand and play or to march without playing, but when you put the two together, you're talking about a tremendous amount of mental activity that's going on as well as physical exertion that's going on. And if you're carrying some of these big drums and horns and trying to do what they do, it's amazing because they really put forth a lot of effort and exert a lot of energy. So nothing, as you know, is polished at this point. This is a tremendous amount of information that they've had to assimilate in a short period of time. So they're going to give it their best shot for you, of course, and let you see what you have to look forward to as this continues to develop. Unfortunately, there's no way to ease into this. These kids are thrown out there, and we say you got to be from here to there in 16 counts, figure it out, and they have to just go for it. And hopefully they don't run into somebody or get run over on the way, although that does happen occasionally. Maybe not tonight, we hope. So now we're going to put the visual with the music, just on the opener. We're not going to do the drill for the ballad that you heard. We're just going to do the opener for you 2 times so you can get a good idea of what's going on. So here we go with the Far and Away opener. As soon as you're ready, Terry. Okay, thank you. Now, I don't know if your head's spinning around or not, but there's a lot of motion going on out there. And I want to mention a couple of things, because a lot of times we take things for granted. And if you're new to this, there's some terminology that we use a lot. You might be going, huh? What are they talking about? Of course, the color guard, I think everybody knows what the color guard is, hopefully. That's the flags and the weapons and people that are adding all the visual enhancement. They're not playing instruments, but they're doing a lot of stuff, jumping and leaping and dancing and spinning and tossing. And I appreciated the reaction. When you, in a marching show, it's perfectly fine, and they love it when you react to something good that they do. If you hear something or see something, let them know that you admire it and appreciate what they're doing. So that's the guard. The group right in front of us, right behind me, in front of you, we call the pit, which is called front sideline percussion sometimes, which is the part of the program all of our dads love so much, because every time they do the show, they have to set everything up at a game and then take it all down within a very short time limit. Same thing at marching festivals and contests. But this is what we call the pit. The battery, which sometimes people don't know what we call that, is all the guys marching around playing drums. We call that the battery, so if you hear that. And then, of course, the drum majors we already introduced, and the wind players, which is all the brass and the woodwinds that are out on the field moving around. So it's just some terminology. And then band directors, we're the people who beat them and abuse them and then stand back and enjoy watching them play and march and perform for you. They're going to do that for you one more time, so you get another chance to get a good look at it. I have to tell you, there's several, I don't know, you musicians will understand that. There's a couple of tempo changes in there that are really tough to pick up when you're out there and you're moving and you're spread out. That music's hard enough to play sitting down in a chair, in an auditorium somewhere, much less having to do the things that they're having to do to play it and march it. So you really ought to appreciate the effort that they've put into this. At this time, I'm going to turn the mic over to Mr. Cannell, who is the other band director here at Tate. I don't like to call him the assistant director because we work together and share in everything. But he's going to kind of simulate an actual game situation for you and give you a little more information about it. And once again, once we get done with this, I think Pat Cotton is going to come up, and I know there's a drawing for $500 tonight and some other information that he's going to give us. So again, really thank you so much for the support. I also want to thank all the volunteers that worked so hard this week to take care of your kids while they were up here for band camp. They give them a hand. They really can tell you how many pounds of ice and how many gallons of cold water and hamburgers and everything else that we went through during the week. But they took good care of your kids, and we appreciate them. Mr. Cannell.
An invitation to the Fiesta Bowl National Band Championship and the Fiesta Bowl Parade. The Tate High School Show Band of the South has been invited for their third appearance in Phoenix, Arizona. Along with marching in the Fiesta Bowl Parade, the Show Band of the South will represent Tate High School and Northwest Florida in the Fiesta Bowl National Championship of Bands. We will compete with 19 other bands for the Fiesta Bowl National Championship title in Bank One Ballpark, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks, on December 30th, 2001. This year, the band is presenting Far and Away, music from the original motion picture soundtrack by John Williams. Enjoy the sounds and sights as we take you away to a far and away place. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2001 Tate High School Show Band of the South.
You just said
I said I smell food.
staff, Jody Dunwoody, John Dunlap, and Kevin Davidson. Guard staff, Kelly Kirsch and Dorothy Lister. Visual staff, James Baracus, Matt Kane, Bill Waterman, and Chris Dyke. Musical arrangements by Dr. Curtis Treadway, John Dunlap, and Kevin Cannell. Visual design, Jeff Wells. Your announcer, definitely not Charlie Dillard.
Thank you again, folks, and hope that whets your appetite just a little bit. We have 7, I believe, home games this year. It's going to be great. So I know you'll have a chance to come out and see this show develop, and we're looking forward to a real strong football team this year. I think we're going to have a great year again, and that's exciting. This time, I think Pat,
Yeah, I remember hearing
I
that.
don't know where Pat is right now, but he'll be making his way down here to give you some information. We'll march up to the band hall and take care of our business, so you can enjoy and take care of yours. Thank you again for coming.
That was got to be Shirley. Is that Shirley? Is that Shirley?
Yeah,
Sounded like Shirley.
it was Shirley.
Ha ha ha!